Create a new address pool for the IoT VN name branch 1 for IoT and branch 2 for IoT on the global level, and branch 1 IoT and branch 2 IoT on the branch level. See the names: branch 1 for IoT and branch 2 for IoT, and they are saying use at the global level, and branch 1 IoT and branch 2 IoT on the branch level. Okay. For branch 1 IoT VN, just give me a second. Okay, so branch 1 IoT, allocate this subnet 10.4.198.0/24 and the gateway IP address is 10.4.198.1. For branch 2 IoT, allocate the subnet 10.5.198.0 and the gateway IP address is 10.5.198.1. Associate the branch 1 IoT and branch 2 IoT pools with the IoT VN on the respective branches. So I'll just show you the GUI for the DNA center. This is the GUI for the DNA center. Resync. Let me check why the switches are not reachable. This I have added prefix separation on the devices. Okay, so it will give me issue. Let me do something. Just give me some minutes. Okay, so you don't have to worry about these all things. Okay, this is something only on our rack. So yeah, I was troubleshooting something, guys. So there was no audio. I was on mute. So hope you can hear me now. So in the exam, these all switches should be in the reachable mode by default, and they will be in the managed mode. Okay, they should be in the managed mode. So it is something that is that we need to do on the rack, due to which the configuration. No, you don't have Eve image of DNA center. You cannot add it in the Eve. Okay, but you can add it in the ESXi. If you need any help, you can ping me. Now, as per the question, they have said add a virtual network named IoT for the Internet of Things. So first of all, we'll go under policy, under virtual network, and here you will see employees and guests already added. You will add, you will click on this plus sign, and you will say IoT. It is case sensitive. I capital, O small, and T capital. Save this. Second thing, create an address pool named a branch on IoT and branch to IoT for on the global level, and branch on IoT, branch to IoT for on the branch level. Okay. Okay. Sorry, guys. So first of all, what we did, we added a virtual network IoT. Now we'll add a address pool. Okay, in the IoT VL. Okay, we will add IoT in the IoT VN. We will be adding the guest VN. Okay, so sorry, the branch one IoT and branch to IoT. Guys, if you have any issues regarding any this session training or something, please ping in the chat over here. Pinging in the group. I have to go back and I have to answer over there also. So if you have, ping it over here in the Zoom chat. Okay, don't ping in WhatsApp group or Skype group or anywhere. If you have any issues, bring over here. I have to go and answer all of you over there also then. Then I have to mute and I have to go back. I have to answer you all over there. So whatever queries are there, please ping it over here only in the Zoom chat. Okay. I'll go on the DNA center, go under design. Now this is the global level and these are the branch levels. Okay. I'll go under network settings, IP address pool. First, I'll go into the global level. Now at the global level, you will see all these pools will be pre-configured. I need to add branch 1 for IoT. So I'll say add branch 1 for IoT. Okay, this is the name that is given. The subnet 10.4.198.0/24 10.4.198.1. DHCP server selection is mandatory over here. Okay, so please select DHCP server also. Save this. Now you have created the pool at the global level, branch 1 for IoT. Now I will create branch 2 for IoT. Branch 2 for IoT. Subnet is 10.5.198.0/24. Gateway is 10.5.198, sorry. Yeah, 10.5.198.1. And DHCP server is, selection is mandatory. Okay, now I have created branch 1 for IoT and branch 2 for IoT. Go to branch 1 and reserve these pools. Yes, this is for version 1.0. Here the name will be branch 1 IoT. Branch 1 IoT, and you have to select under the pool, you have to select the IoT pool. Branch 1 for IoT and the CIDR value. And here also the DHCP server selection is mandatory. Now go to branch 2 and reserve the pool that you have created. Branch 2 IoT. Here 4 is not there. If you see, only branch 2 IoT I am writing. Select the IoT pool from branch 2. Select the CIDR value. Select DHCP server and reserve. Now I have created branch 1 IoT, branch 1 for IoT and branch 2 for IoT. Associate branch 1 IoT and branch 2 IoT pools with the IoT VN on their respective branches. I have already associated it. Complete the configuration of the address pool for the guest VN in the DNA center so that branch 1 and branch 2 can accommodate guest connection. If a new address pool needs to be created and an address range allocated to it, follow the established addressing plan. What they are saying, complete the configuration of address pool for the guest VN. If you go over here if you see, there is branch 1 employee, branch 1 guest, branch 1 handoff, branch 1 IoT. There is branch 2 employee, branch 2 handoff, branch 2 IoT. There is no branch 2 guest. They have not even given the subnet. So if I want to create branch 2, they have said that use the existing addressing plan. So one thing is confirmed, that the name will be, at the global level, the name will be branch 2 for guest. Okay, this will be the name. Now what would be the subnet? So if you see, first two subnet for every branch 1 pool is 10.4 and branch 2 is 10.5. Branch 2 is 10.5. Okay. The third subnet for guest is 199. Okay. So here the third octet is what? 199. So my please guide, don't annote anything. The third octet would be the branch to subnet would be 10 5 199.0. This would be the subnet. Okay. So I'll add it at the global level first. Branch 2 for guests. And subnet will be 10.5.199.0/24. Gateway IP would be 10.5.199.1, and DHCP server is mandatory to select. It is Cisco DNA Center. So how it could be open source? Irfan. Then go to branch 2 and reserve this pool. Branch 2 guests. Okay, here you will select the pool. Here you will select the CIDR and the DHCP server reserve. Okay, now we have created the guest pool also. Now coming to the next point, correct the addressing information currently defined for the branch 2 for employees and branch 2 employees address pool. For our address pool, use the DHCP server 10.2.255.211 to allocate addresses to the clients. Okay, so correct the addressing information currently defined for branch 2 employees. So if you go and if you see every subnet is starting with 10, 10, 10, 10, but this branch 2 employee is starting with 100, which is incorrect. Okay, so you need to correct it. So how you can correct it? You cannot edit it from here. Means if you edit it from here, you cannot edit the subnet. Okay, if you edit it from here, just give me a second. I think I got hanged. Just give me a second. I'll just share my screen again. Okay, so if you try to edit it from here, you will not be able to edit the subnet. If you try to delete, it will give you an error that cannot delete pool branch 2 for employees because it has a reserved sub pool. If you go under branch 2 and if you try to release this pool, it will not allow you to release. It will give you an error. It will say fail to release IP pool. The sub pool has at least one child pool or one owner. So how to remove it? So you need to go under provision. Under provision, you need to go under fabric, branches, go to branch 2, go to host onboarding, scroll down. You will see the first interface over here. This is a part of the wrong pool. So select this, clear, save, and apply. Once you do this, now scroll up. This is what employees. If you click on this, you will see the incorrect pool assigned over here. Select this, action, delete. Now go to design, network setting, IP address pools. Go to the branch 2 first and release the pool from here. Now it got deleted. Then go to global level and delete the pool. Got deleted. Now add a new pool. Name will be same, branch 2 for employees. Subnet would be 10.5.200.0/24. Gateway would be 10.5.200.1. DHCP server will be this. Save. Go to branch 2 and reserve this pool. Branch 2, employees. Select the global pool. Select the CIDR. Select the DHCP server, reserve. Now you will get all the pools over here. Now you need to push these settings to the DNA center or to the switches, you can say. Now make sure all the switches are in the managed mode. Go to provision, go to fabric, branches, branch 1. Okay, under the branch 1, under branch 1, if you see this red cross sign, go to see more detail. Is getting hanged. Okay, go to branch 1. If you see this red cross sign, go to see more detail. Okay. Select this switch, recheck. Okay. Now the red cross went away. Now first thing that you need to do, go under host onboarding. Just give me a second. I'll check my internet. There is some issue with my internet because it should not hang. I'll go under host onboarding. Now you see employee and guest pool already there over here. Add a virtual network. You need to add IoT. So add a virtual network, select IoT and update. Then now IoT is grayed out. You need to associate a pool. So click on this, add a pool, select IoT, select data traffic, update. See guys, these are GUI parts. Unless you practice, it will not be clear. Okay, so you need a lot of practice in DNA. Okay, that's the reason I told you that if anyone needs installation, let me know. Now go to Fabric Infrastructure, click on switch 400, click on this configure tab. Now these all things will be already pre-configured. So click on this configure tab. These all things will be pre-configured. Now you need to go under branch 1. Under branch 1, you will see this interface, and here you will see number of VNs are 2. Number of VNs 2. Okay. Now you will click on this interface. I don't know why it is getting hanged, all the things. Okay. So once you click on this configure tab, click on this branch 1 and click on this interface. Select IoT. Select IoT. Save. Just give me a second, guys. Okay. I don't know what is the issue with the internet. Click on IoT. I'll change my internet. Just give. Guys, there is some issue with my internet. I'm just troubleshooting the internet. Okay, because it is lagging a bit. I'm not very comfortable with the this thing. Just give me a second. Just give me a minute. Okay. Okay. So I have connected now with the LAN. So you have to select IoT and save. Okay. Save. Then add. Then again add. Then save. Save and apply. Still lagging. Save and then click on apply. So it will push the IoT configuration on the switch 400. Apply. Okay, it is pushing the configuration now. As you see over here on the switch 400, so VRF IPv4 interfaces. Here you will see IoT has been pushed now. Okay, IoT has been pushed. See, VLAN changed state to a VLAN has been created. Okay, so now IoT is created. If you check on 501, I have not pushed on 501. So VRF, only employees and guests would be there. On 502 also, if you check, so VRF, employees and guests. Now I'll go on branch 2 and I'll do the same thing for branch 2 as well. Recheck. Okay. Then I'll go to host onboarding. Now I'll assign over here employee, guest, and IoT all three. So employee, add the employee pool, select data, update, guest, add guest, data, update. Now add the IoT pool, IoT, update. Select on IoT, add IoT pool, then data, update. Okay. Then go to Fabric Infrastructure, click on switch 501, configure, go to branch 2, do the same thing, whatever you have done for branch 1. Select IoT, save, add, then again add, I think there is some issue on the rack side, internet, not on my laptop internet. Click on add, then save and apply. Then do the same thing for 502 also. Remember, you don't have to do anything. No, we have a lot of resources. So this is not a resource problem because I used to have these, I used to use these racks for training. Okay, so I know how they work. So this is not a resource problem. This is something regarding the internet. Okay, if it would be a resource problem, we would have got it in the past also when we were doing the training for other sections. Okay. Do it for 502 also. Okay. So I'll click on this interface. Select IoT, save, add. Yeah, I can understand in the exam it is slow, but on our rack it is very fast. Okay, I'll show you on some other day because I think this is something an internet issue. I'll show you some other day. Don't worry. I have logged a complaint to the ISP. Okay, I'll show you how my internet, how my DNA works, how smoothly it works on my rack. Save and apply. So this is what you need to check on all the devices, and you need to see IoT VN. Also, all the VNs will have 3 entries over here on all the switches. Okay. So VRF IPv4 interfaces. This is what your task 2.2 is. Okay. Now you have something to create the pool over here, THCP pool. Okay. So that is something easy. Okay, nothing much to explain in that. So you need to create a DHCP pool. So they are saying create 4 new DHCP pool for IoT and employees VN on respective branches. Pool 1 BR1 IoT, use the same name as it is. For branch 1 IoT, BR1 employee, BR2 IoT, BR2 employee. In each subnet assign addresses from .1012 up to .254 inclusively and the appropriate gateway to the clients. So for that we are creating this pool on the DHCP server, which is my switch 211. Nothing much to explain in this. Okay guys, sorry for the delay today. Okay, in the DNA because due to the internet. So any questions in 2.2 task? You need practice. Okay, 2.3 mapping SDA VNs to SD-WAN VPNs. Using vManage GUI perform configuration task according to these requirements. Use any host such as host 11 to access the vManage GUI website. 203.0.113.21. This is the out of band IP address through which the vManage is accessible. Okay, in our rack we are accessing via the private IP. Create 3 new SD-WAN VPNs to carry the SDA VN traffic. VPN 198 for IoT, 199 for guest, and 200 for employees. On branch 1 and branch 2 VHS for each of these VPNs, create a new sub-interface on the interface towards the border switch. Align the VLAN ID and IP address on the sub-interfaces with the configuration generated by the DNA center on the border switches for the appropriate VN. Pair the VH and the SDA border switch using iBGP. Ensure full reachability between all locations of the same VPN. Now basically what they want. So these are the physical switches. Okay. So they are connected in this way. VHs are connected in this way. So what we have done currently, we have created 3 VNs over here: employee, guest, and IoT. They want that we have to create 3 VPNs over here: employee on the VH side, guest, IoT, and pair them via iBGP. Employee with employee, guest with guest, and IoT with IoT on both the branches. Okay. So they want us to do it in this way. So we will access the vManage. All of my devices are showing as down. Why? Oh, IP route. I'm having the routes of all the devices. Then why they are not reaching? 253.2. This is my vManage. Problem. Not even reachable from here. There is some routing issue. Let me just stop these devices and start them again. Until then, until the until the vManage comes up, you guys can ask any questions if you guys have. Vmanage will take some time. So I cleared the OSPF process, but still the problem is there. So basically, what is the issue over here? While doing 1.8 task, okay, you need to make sure that you don't add prefix separation. Okay, so I just added it, prefix separation, on any device. When you need to add prefix separation, you need to add prefix separation after you complete the whole lab. That means while doing the 1.8 task, you have to just configure MTU on 201 and 202. Then you have to go on R24 and you need to configure these commands. That's it. Rest all the things, these all things, even the prefix separation disable, all these things needs to be done at the last. Okay. This is a trick to pass the exam. If you don't do this, you will surely fail the exam. Okay, so I just forgot to remove the prefix means. I just added the prefix separation while doing the 1.8 task. So that is the reason I'm facing these issues. So that is why I'm saying that you have to be careful in the exam that you don't add prefix separation. Okay, while doing the task 1.8. This is very important. Yeah, I removed the prefix separation, but still it is giving me issues. I am getting the routes on switch 400. I was getting the routes. See, I'm getting all the networks what I need, but still I'm not able to ping because this prefix separation will impact your routing. Prefix separation is something that will allow your network. See, if I apply prefix separation, what I said, if these interfaces are part of OSPF, all the interfaces on this which are part of OSPF, and if I apply prefix separation on this particular interface, the networks on these interfaces or the IPs or the networks on these interfaces will not be advertised to the neighbor. They will not be advertised to the neighbor. This is what prefix separation does. Now we managed take some 5 to 10 minutes to come up, the GUI to come up. Let us hope that after the GUI comes up, the connectivity also comes up with other devices. I don't know who is with iPhone, so if you are there or not while doing the 1.8 task, I don't know. So prefix separation is added to optimize the routing table. I didn't got your question. You are unreachable, the devices, why the DNAC? I didn't got your questions. I mean, why this command we have to configure it in router if then will make all interfaces down. It is the requirement of the question. If you read the question 1.8, it is the requirement of the question. That is the reason we are adding it. No. So I think the only way to get it back is to reset the lab. Okay. And do everything from scratch. Just give me 2 minutes. I have just resetted the EVNG to the pre-configuration. Okay. Now, I'll start only the devices that I will be needing. I'll do some pre-configuration that are needed. R22 is a CSR device, so it will take some time to come up. Until then, vManage will be also up. Okay, now my two manages are up and vSmart is up, vBond is up. Let us wait for a few more minutes and my other two manages should be also up. Other three, okay, third one came up. 4. Now all the manages are up. Okay. Now what we have done, we have created. Now we will start with the task. So what we have created VRFs on the switch. So show VRF IPv4 interfaces pipe include VLAN 3. I want only these three: employee 3000 VLAN, employee, guest, and IoT. Okay. So now I will go over here. I will go under configuration templates. First of all, I will go under branch 1, edit. Go under service VPN. Click on this plus sign and add 3 templates. Now here we have created, added 3 templates. Now we need to create templates, VPN templates. So click on this, create template. Now here I can give any name. I will say VPN 198. The VPN ID will be 198. Then you need to go under advertise OMP. Here you need to turn on BGP. That's it. And save. Then again go to service VPN. Now the second one, create a VPN, create a template. Now here you will create for 199, advertise OMP, select BGP and save. Go to service VPN. The third template would be for employee. Okay, that will be VPN 200. 200, go to advertise OMP, turn on BGP and save. Now go to service VPN. Now you need for BGP, what you need some additional templates. You need BGP template and one VPN interface. So first I'll create a BGP template. And now I will not create 3 BGP templates. I'll create only one BGP template for both the branches. So I'll say BGP branch and here autonomous system. I have 2 branches. So both will be having different autonomous systems. So I'll keep it as device specific. This sign means device specific. This means default. Okay. So I'll keep it as device specific. What does device specific means? Device specific means I will enter the autonomous system manually while I'm configuring the devices. Okay. Now here I'll select propagate AS path. It is by default off. If I want to make it on, I'll go to global and I'll turn it on. Okay. Then I'll go to unicast address family. I'll add a new redistribution and choose OMP and add it. Then new neighbor. Now neighbor, I will be having multiple neighbors. I'll keep it as device specific. Remote autonomous system will be multiple. So I'll say device specific. Under address family, I'll turn it on and I'll select IPv4 unicast and I'll add this. Okay. Now neighbor is added. I'll save this template. Now I need a interface template. So I'll add an interface template. Now I will create a single interface template for all the VPNs. So I'll say sub interface. Now this will be a sub interface. Now as this is an interface, by default it will be shut down. So I'll say global and no shut. I'll make it no shut. Just give Okay. Now interface name, I'll keep it device specific. IP address, I'll keep it device specific. Then I will go to advanced. I'll change the MTU. As I said, this is a sub interface. I'll change the MTU to 1496. Then save it. Go to service VPN. Add BGP template on under VPN 199 and an interface template. Now I'll not create. I'll select the same BGP and interface template. Same over here. BGP and interface template. Same thing. Okay. Update. Now once I click on update, after the here you will see in the status you will see gray tick mark. That means something is missing. So click on this three dots, edit device template. Now these all things you need to enter. Now it is saying interface name, VPN interface name. Now how you will come to know for which interface it is asking? So just place the cursor on this. Now you will get a pop-up interface name. In the second line, if you see loopback string or NAT pool when present /200. 200 is for employees. Okay. Now the physical interface for employee is gig 0/2. This one, gig 0/2. So gig 0/2 and the VLAN ID on the switch is 3002. So what I'll do, I'll create a GE 0/2 dot 3002. This will be the sub interface I will be creating for branch 1, okay, on VH40. Now what will be the IPv4 address? If you go on the switch side, here the IP is 10.4.254.5. Now this is /30. /30 will have only two IP. So if this is 5, my IP will be 6. So I'll say 10.4.254.6/30. Autonomous system, branch 1 is having 65004. Neighbor IP will be IP of the switch for the employee VN, this IP. 10.4.254.5. Remote autonomous system, it is iBGP. Now one is completed. Now the second, this is for 199. Now 199 is what? 3001 and the IP is .1. Physical interface will be same, GE 0/2.3001, 10.4.254.2/30. This is my IP, 65004. 10.4. Neighbor IP will be .1, 65004. Now the third one. Third one is what? 198. 198 for IoT. IoT is 3007 and here .9. So GE 0/2.3007. Remember it is GE, not G. Okay, 10.4.254.10/30. 65004. 10.4.254.9. 65004. Update. Next. Configure. Now once it is success, you will see some BGP pop-up messages over here on the switch side. It is in progress. You see BGP BRF neighborship is up. Success. Now if you see over here, show BGP VPN v4 unicast all summary. You will see 3 neighbors. Okay. Same thing you have to do for branch 2. Go to templates. This time go to branch 2, edit. Now you don't have to create anything. You have already created the things. Now you need to just create the VPN templates and you have to select all the same thing. 198 BGP VPN interface. Same templates because we have created all the things for both the branches. Now you need to make sure you are quick enough because sometimes the session gets timed out. Okay, so I'll just show VRF IPv4 interfaces. pipe include VLAN 3 on 502 also. So VRF IPv4 interfaces pipe include VLAN 3. Okay. Now I've selected update. Now here it will be two VHS. So check the host name and then edit. 51 is connected to 501. Okay. Check the sub interface. Okay. This is for employee. Now the physical interface on branch 2 is GE0/3. Employee is 3004 and .5. So 3004 10.5.254.6/30 I'm doing it quickly because the session will get timeout of the vmanage. Then I have to do everything again and again. Now the second one is this guest 3003 and .1. 3003 10.5.254.2/30 10.5.254.1 65005. Third one is IoT 3008 and 17 GE0/3.3008 and 17 10.5.254.18/30 65005 10.5.254.17 65005. Update. Do it for 52 as well. 52 is connected to 502. So here 3006 and 13. GE0/3.3006 10.5.254.14/30 65005 10.5.254.13 65005. Then here 3005 and .9. GE0/3.3005 10.5.254.10/30 65005 10.5.254.9 65005. Then here 3010 IoT and .25 GE0/3.3010 10.5.254.26/30 65005 10.5.254.25 65005. Update. Next, configure both the devices. Okay. Now you'll see some BGP notifications over here also. Once the success message will come, you will see BGP notifications over here also. Okay. Up. Show BGP VPN v4 unicast all summary. Okay, BGP is up. Show BGP VPN v4 unicast all summary. BGP is up over here also. Now this is something for default VN. We don't have to worry about it. Got it? This is your task. Two 2.3. Any questions, anyone? We'll stop over here for today. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll start with 2.4 and 2.5. Hope this is clear, guys. Bye, take care and be safe.